Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are. Welcome to Lunch and Learn Live. I'm hoping that you can hear me all right. Oh, it's because I'm not even on this microphone, I notice. How about that, hey? How about that? What happens if I do this? Hello. Is that better? Worse? Who knows? I might just stick with this other one, perhaps. Let's this one because we know it's working, I think. What do you think? I think so. Welcome, my darlings. As you arrive, say hello to me in the comments section. It's always really good to see who's with me on a Lunch and Learn Live Tuesday. Let me know in the comments section where in the world you are and what's for lunch. I had sea bass and kale and courgette for lunch, which was very yummy, with a chaser of rice cake and almond butter because I needed something sweet. It wasn't sweet, it was salty, but it kind of satiated me. It was delicious, and it's now on to my postprandial Earl Grey tea. Where are you? What's for lunch? How are you in your corner of the world? What's going on where you are today? Do say hello in the comments and let me know how you're traveling. At least give me a little thumbs up or something. Let me know that there's somebody there, as nobody said hello yet. Come on, hello. I hope you can, I hope you're there. Can you hear me? Is anyone there? Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? There. Fingers crossed. Hey Vix, would you mind doing a check on the one of many Facebook page and make sure that, oh, someone gave me a heart. There's somebody there. Selma's there. Thank you, Selma. Yay. Good. Trish is in Saddleworth and hasn't had lunch yet. Melanie says, yo, Joe. Yo, Melanie. Yo. Mary is in not so sunny Clevedon, cream cheese and cucumber sandwiches. Kanika says, hello, yes. Jean says, hi, Joe. It's raining in Withensea, so chicken noodle soup today. I know. I mean, I'm in my warm, woolly jumper today because I thought it was spring yesterday and it doesn't feel like spring today, right? It feels like we're just having a little moment. Did I share? I saw a Facebook meme the other day that said, it's like winter is in a really angry mood and keeps slamming the door and leaving the room and then coming back and saying, and another thing. Oh, I loved it. I'm like, yes, that's what it feels like. Winter just doesn't want to let go. Just go. You're done. Go and take your angry elsewhere. We want spring. Anne is in Devon. Had parsnip fritter with avocado and chicken. Parsnip fritter, that sounds delicious. Ildiko is in sunny Twickenham. Hello, my love. Good to see you. Well, welcome one and all to Lunch and Learn Live today, where we are talking about the power of community. And I feel that it is something of a really critical ingredient for us to sustainably change our corner of the world. Here at One of Many, if you're new to the community, if this is the first time you've found us, if this is the first time that you have come to a Lunch and Learn Live, I do these free sessions every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, sharing tools, distinctions, insight, philosophy, ass-kicking, compassion, whatever you need. I've got it, right, ladies? And over the course of a year, we cover all sorts of topics. But something that feels really very important at the moment is the power of community, the power of collaboration. And before you just go, yeah, I know, community, people, blah. It's not that important. I've managed to sustain a full year in isolation all by myself. Well, we haven't really. I don't know about you, but I'm fucking mad. I've gone crazy. I'm mental. I'm not my best self. And I know that a part of it is because that we haven't had those same level of connections. We haven't had that neurological calming that happens when we're with others. And I'm an introvert, right? I am an introvert. And I'm even now at the point where I'm like, come on already. Thank God here in the UK, things are starting to open up a little bit. And, I don't know what it's like in your corner of the world, wherever you are, but it is a really difficult and challenging time. So that's what we're here to talk about. And we're here to talk about the power of community. Hi, Joe, says Lynn. I need some inspiration today. Well, Lynn, you're in the right place, my darling, and I hope this makes a difference. Hello, my mum. who had Marg's egg and bacon pie for lunch. Oh, mummy! Marg Bailey is one of my mum's. This is my mum, everybody. Welcome and introducing my mum. You can see my daughter there in her picture. Back in the days when we were on the same side of the world, Mama Bear, and you could actually feed Rosie her lunch. Oh, those days, right? Marg Bailey makes the best egg and bacon pie. Lucky thing. Hope you're recovering well, Mama Bear. So, ladies, I think now more than ever, we need to re-presence ourselves to just how much we need community. And I tell you why. Because we've got used to less. We've gotten used to less over this last year. And just like someone who has a particularly tight time financially gets used to less and then has a tough time living back into enough, right? Having enough. We're going to have that same experience. There might be a little bit of binge eating going on, a little bit of binge community going on in some corners of the world. But I think by and large, we're going to have to actually come to terms once again with how to be with people and remembering how to get back into the habit of having those habitual catch-ups, those not necessarily planned, orchestrated Zoom calls, right? You know, those, the just regular moments in time with each other, which feels really critical. And we're going to have to get used to asking for help again. We were always bad at it as women, but we need to get used to it again. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about soft power and how important community is to soft power. I want to talk about why we don't ask for help and therefore what we can do about it. And I want to talk about the difference between just community and collaboration. So that's what we're up for today. How does that sound? Give me a thumbs up or some love if that sounds good. We're going to kick it off. So if you're new to the community, our entire philosophy here at One of Many is founded around the principle of what I call soft power. Power meaning to be able, to be effective, to be able to have impact in the world, to get something done, achieved, transformed, right? Not that old power over dominion, oppressive kind of power, but just getting stuff done. And then soft being a way which is agreeable, calm, gentle to our systems, yielding to that which is our innermost nature, and yielding to, being able to look out there in the situation, the world that's going on, and being able to, roll with it a little, to ebb and to flow and to flex rather than being hard power, combative, right? Now, when we talk about soft power, the first thing that most women in our community get the handle of are our women's power types, yes? Let me know if this is the case for you, that when I say soft power, you understand that means coming from, right? The first part of soft power means that instead of coming from our martyr, from victim, from superwoman, bitch, those places inside of ourselves, those archetypes, we mean coming from the 5 women's power types, coming from mother, from queen, from lover, from warrioress, from sorceress, right? That's the first part. I'm not going to talk a lot about these today because we've spoken about them in lots of other Lunch and Learn lives, and today I want to talk about something else, but that is part of it. What I notice when women join Lead the Change. Now, Lead the Change is our 12-month flagship program. It's a deep dive audit on your life in all areas: wealth, career, health and vitality, love, all of those areas. And women take on a project. They take on a project, and their mandate is deliver this project not from hard power and superwoman, but deliver this project from soft power. And at the first part, they understand, how can I utilize my queen more effectively? How can I bring a bit of lover into my leadership? How can I bring a little bit more mother into my leadership, right? So they get that piece, and over the course of the year, they develop that piece. But the piece that we don't necessarily get, and even women in Lead the Change don't necessarily get it in their bones until they have a breakthrough moment on their project, is the second ingredient of soft power. The first part is how you are internally, where you're coming from internally. So come from your power types. That's the first ingredient. The second ingredient of soft power, the second power center, if you like, of soft power is others, other human beings, men and women alike. It is impossible to achieve results in the world with only your energy coming from these places. If you want to get things done, you also need to add in the with and through others component, where you are able to work collaboratively with other people. You're able to enlist their support, open up to their support, and so on. So the second power center of others is critical, especially if we want to achieve something without push, bitch, determination, right? If we want to achieve something without that, we need other people who have differing skill sets to us, who have differing talents, who have a different perspective, or just who are the emotional support for you while you do something in Warrioress, or you do something from Queen, you do something, in your mother's own, whatever it might be. So we need others. But a lot of us are very reluctant to reach out to others because we think it means asking for help, which it doesn't necessarily mean that, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that, although a lot of the time it does. And we don't ask for help because we think that it somehow means we're incompetent or we're weak, that we ought to be able to do it ourselves. I'm thinking of my mama bear there with both of her ankles in those walking boots because she had an injury a little while ago. And one thing I know about my mum is she has the most incredible network of friends. And the reason she's eating Mark Bailey's egg and bacon pie today is because since mum's not able to get around, they have been inundated with people dropping off food and looking after and looking out for and so on, because mum does that when it's one of the others. And I think that if there's something I really admire about my mum, it's going to make me weepy to say it because I really missed you, mama. But I really admire the strength of relationships that she has created in her community, the strength of her friendships. She is really great at that. And the why I know that, she, like all of us, had to overcome that asking for help piece, feeling like you got to lie there and do nothing when you can't, when you're incapacitated, is really difficult when you're used to being so effective. But for many of us, we don't. We think that it means that I'm somehow weak or not capable if I have to ask for help. But it doesn't mean that, right? It absolutely doesn't mean that. Another reason that a lot of us don't ask for help and don't ask and open up to community is that in the past, we've only ever asked for help from people who can't or won't help us. It's almost like we kind of want to prove to ourselves that we're not worthy of support. We want to prove to ourselves that people don't like to help. So we unconsciously only ask those people that can't help us because they're too busy, or won't help us because they're too cruel, or they're not the right people for the job. How many of you have done that in the past? If you think back, you go, yeah, I've asked for help, but if I look at who I chose, it probably wasn't a wise choice. Why? Because we ask people that we feel safe to ask, but just because they're safe to ask doesn't necessarily mean that they're the right person to help us. Does this make sense, ladies? Let me know if that lands for you. Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. Aisha's saying, I'm fasting for Ramadan, so no lunch for me. My darling, I send you lots of love, and I hope you're having a beautiful Ramadan month. And sorry we're talking about food so much. It's a bit rough, isn't it? I must be more sensitive for next Lunch and Learn Live. Yes, indeed. How many of you have done that though? Asking for help from people that can't or won't help you, and then you come away from it going, oh, see, can't count on other people. Alison says, yeah, probably have. How many else of you? I know I have. I absolutely know I have. The other reason we don't ask for help is we're very comfortable in martyr energy. And when I say comfortable, it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable to be doing it all ourselves and putting everybody else's needs ahead of our own. But we get into a pattern with it, and to do anything else feels different or challenging, or we have to overcome our inner habits and boundaries and barriers, right? So that comfort in Marta stops us from asking people. How many of you know that sometimes you don't ask for help when you should? Yes, indeed. Okay, I'll come back to you there, Sherry. Yes. So Claire says, yes, in the past, I've asked people that couldn't or wouldn't help because you didn't have anyone else to ask, right? So what's the lesson there? We've got to roll back and go, how do I get people to ask? Aisha says, yes, it makes sense. It becomes an echo chamber when you just ask the same people who reflect the same views, right? Absolutely. We're getting these little echo chambers. And she doesn't mind daydreaming of food. I love it. Lynn says, isn't it funny how we don't ask for help and support for the very reasons we mentioned exactly, Lynn, we love to help. We love to be asked to help. You know, whenever there's a disaster and support is needed, you're right. Funds come rolling in. Help comes rolling in. Human beings want to help. You're right, Lynn. It's part of our humanness. And yet we don't ask for it. We don't give that gift of being needed, to others. We don't do it for so many reasons because we are more comfortable being martyrs, having fear around rejection, all sorts of reasons. Really good point. Claire says sometimes we expect our immediate family to step up, and when they don't, it hurts all the more. That's right. We think just because they're our family, they're the only help we're allowed or entitled to, or that they should, and that sometimes they can't or they won't, right? Doesn't mean it's all we've got. Absolutely. No way. Ildiko says, I've definitely had several times when I went back to, so I just needed my self bubble. Absolutely. Yeah. Got it. Lots of you have done that martyr thing by the sounds of things. Anne says, sometimes I have bizarre mental blocks around who to ask for help until afterwards when I realized exactly who I should have asked. So Anne, what that speaks to me is a requirement for some spaciousness. In the moment when you're in that thing where you're like, God, I think I need some help, come away from it, go for a walk, put it out, go, who do I need? With that spaciousness, you can start to get a sense of it, right? But more importantly, if we proactively develop our networks and connections beforehand, it becomes really clear. It becomes second nature. We have to develop our support networks and our community when we are in a good place, not wait until we're in needing the help. Yeah, this is really important. Kat says, I ask for help, then wish I did myself as I do a better job. It's particularly relevant to housework. I think my kids and husband do it deliberately badly. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Janet says, I've never had a wide circle to ask for help. Whenever I've asked, I've not got what I've needed. And so I developed a superwoman of heavyweight champion proportions. I've realized increasing my networks and connection with other women is the most important thing for me to do next. Well done. Well done. Kathy says, I've been asking for help more and more, been amazed by some people's responses, others not replied. Yes, and Alison says, I'm getting better, right about needing to ask the right people though. So yes, right? And now here's one more piece, present day. We underestimate the requirement for new friends. Now, some of you are blessed that some of your best mates, some of your support network are people that have been with you since school. I mean, I'm still in contact with some of my friends from school, but they're not the people I reach out to help for because they're not a part of my life anymore. I'm not great at keeping relationships alive over time. I compare myself to my mum and I think I'm totally bad at this, which is why I understand the importance of this. But equally, there's something to be said about new friendships. You know, when you're in that first phase of friendship, when you're getting to know someone, maybe it's the first year or 2 years or 3 years of knowing someone, you have even more energy for them because they are bringing a new energy to you, right? New friends are fabulous. And you will often, if you think about it, you will oftentimes help out new friends even more than you'll help out old friends. Not exclusively, right? But there's an energy to helping out new friends because it's, there's newness about it. So we need both old and new friends. And we need both old, connections and support groups and new connections and support groups. And I think this is one of the things I've noticed when people step in to lead the change or deepen into our community or attend a retreat with us or something, they're like, whoa, these are my people for this moment. Because who you are will grow and change over time. Your interests grow and change over time. Your requirements of friendship and support grow and change over time. So if you know you need to widen, then you're in the right place, right? You're in the right place, get to know it. But not just on a Lunch and Learn Live. We announced last week, and I think you'll be excited about this, that we are going to be hosting a virtual one-woman conference on the, I want to say, 12th and 13th of June. Is that the Saturday and the Sunday? Vix, is that right? Have I got that right? Yeah. Yes, good. 12th and 13th of June. And we are expecting thousands of women from all around the world to come and join us. And unlike the last times that we've hosted big events like this, where we've had thousands, it's not just going to be a webinar where you just hear me talk like this. We're going to be doing the whole big multi-interactive Zoom experience where you can go into breakout rooms and get to know people individually. If you need a new network, get yourself to the One Woman Conference. You can't do it yet because tickets aren't on sale yet. Tickets are going on sale soon, and maybe one of the team can let us know. You can get on the priority notification list, I think, but let us, if someone could let me know in the comment section when tickets are going on sale exactly, that would be great. I know, I'm so excited for it too. But that is a place where this newness, if you need a new realm of friendship, a new realm of support, that speaks to who you are now, what's interesting to you now, how you want to grow right now, that would be a fabulous way to not only deepen your soft power and your experience of the power types and all of that kind of stuff, but to develop this community, to develop these connections, yeah? So over this last year, we haven't been able, many of us, unless I know this isn't the case for women who are doing programs with us, but many of us have not been able to develop new friendships in just the same way as people who are dating have had a difficult time dating over COVID times. It's the same in developing new friendships and support networks. It's difficult because we're not out at parties meeting new people. We're not going to seminars in person and networking with people over coffee, right? It has been challenging to do that, which is why we're making the connection piece around One Woman Conference so critically important for this particular one that we're running, and we're investing a lot of money to make this happen for you guys because it's technically quite a challenge. But my AV team are up for it. We're going to make it happen. We're going to be doing it out of a TV studio up in Stafford. There's going to be all of you lot in front of us with all your happy faces on the video monitors. Zoom rooms, the lot. Community, connection, we've got it covered. Because over this last year, we've gotten out of the habit. We've gotten more and more isolated. We've stopped connecting with new people, and we need that new friendship piece. So I wonder, how many of you have developed new friendships over this last year? And can you hear this distinction between old friends who've absolutely got their place in the world and new friends who've also got their place in the world, and the importance of developing newness around that? Please let me know. Lynn says, I attended your 2-day virtual conference last year and we had to switch it virtual at the last minute. It was awesome. I know, Lynn, we did that in 36 hours. Imagine what we're going to be able to do in a little over 18 months of learning, planning, and getting better at this game. Holy moly, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable, right? So yeah, let me know. Alison saying, yes, I have developed some new friendships over this last year. Yay, goody, excellent. It's critical, right? It's really, really important. So we need to get good at asking for help. We need to get good at reaching out into community. And where that piece needs to happen is before we need it, right? Yes, when the chips are down and we're really, really, really needy, we can sometimes finally ask for help. But it's better to develop the community, develop the connections, develop what it is that you need, so that when you get less good at asking for help, i.e. when you need it, if you're anything like me, the more help you need, the less good you are at asking for it, then you've got the people around you and they notice that you need it. They notice and they step in. Excellent. Oh, great. Oh, Sarah, that says that we're opening the priority notification list this Thursday, so I don't think we should probably have the link there just yet. Maybe let's get rid of that because I don't think it's ready to share yet, is it? Or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe you're steps ahead of me. But you will be able to register for the priority notification list to find out about it very, very soon. Or maybe that link will take you there and you can do it straight away. Woo! Wonderful. So Annette says, over this last year, I've tried but not succeeded in making new friends. So I end up feeling, is it me? No, this is it, I think, Annette. It's just one of those challenging times that we've had. And maybe it's not been, in the right environment, the right time and so on, which is why we're really, we're doing wanting to make the conference a big part of that. Yay. Kathy says, yes, my New Year's resolution was to make new friends and deepen existing friendships. It's been amazing. New friends have been responding to ask for help so well, and some old ones too. That's it, right? We need the both. We need the both. So let's all of us make a commitment this next week to do something to broaden and widen your support network. And then give me a little thumbs up, some love if this is landing for you ladies, this is helpful, if it's inspiring you to kind of reach out and build some more relationships. If you know anyone who could be who could do with hearing this message, please do put their name in the comment section and Facebook will tag them and they'll see this video, or share this video to your Facebook page afterwards, because they would absolutely benefit from kind of hearing the importance of this and why it's so critically important as well. Yay, thank you. The next piece that I want to talk to around this is the difference between just having community and collaboration. Because to have impact, to get stuff done in the world, it's not just about having a support community to make sure you're okay that can help out occasionally here and there. It's also about the power of collaboration and coming together, getting more than one mind on a project, getting more than one set of hands on a project, working in collaboration. And that is that's a next level. It's not just kind of asking for help, it's a next level of how to collaborate. So that's one of the things that in our Lead the Change program that we develop over the course of that year is in exactly how to collaborate. And there's some critical pieces on that, understanding who's on your team, knowing what they're great at. That's that piece about only asking for help from people who are willing and able to help, and being able to do it in a way which is elegant and graceful. So there's kind of three phases to soft power in this piece, right? One, yes, come from the right place inside of you. Two, recognize that you need to be working on your community. And three is then to harness and utilize the tools for collaboration and skills for collaboration to be able to be most effective around it. Because you might have a great community, you might have good people around you, but if you don't actually, if you still are Superwoman showing up and you're no good at collaboration, if you're still micromanaging, if you're still trying to, control everything and get it at some level of perfection because you're not good at delegating, because you don't know how to communicate what it is that you need from people. Kat was saying earlier, how she is with her spouse and her kids. She's, asking for their help, but they're not doing a great job, so I may as well do it myself. That speaks to me of there's some gaps in the knowledge around how to collaborate effectively, right? How do you collaborate with a reluctant team, which is a whole different kettle of fish to even collaborating with an aligned and on board team, right? So it comes right back to the beginning, which is about how do we get people on board with our vision. So there's a lot to this, right? Absolutely a lot to this. It's one of my favorite pieces to dig into, but I want to hear from you. What are you taking away from today about how you're going to develop your community and collaboration moving forward? Alison is saying, I'm confirming you can register for the conference right now. Cool. So the website, you won't be registering for the conference, by the way. You'll be registering for the priority notification list because tickets aren't on sale for another couple of weeks. The exact date, Sarah Harrell, could you ask Jane Delahaye please for me what the exact date is for tickets going on sale? They'll be coming up. But if you go to that website, you can put your email in and you'll be on the priority notification list. And what that means is on the morning that tickets go on sale, you will get an email before everybody else and you'll be able to go register at the cheapest possible price as well. We do an extra special little discount for our priority notification list. So if you want to get your ticket to the One Woman Conference at the most affordable rate imaginable before we sell out, and there is a limit on ticket numbers, it is bigger than obviously than when we have an in-person event, but I expect, bearing in mind the sorts of registration numbers, we've been having 1,500 and 2,000 people registering for our events lately. So we expect to sell out on this. Vix is peeking around and telling me 6th of May. Tickets are going on sale on the 6th of May. So if you want to be on the priority notification list is the 5th. Is that the day before? I think
notification is this Thursday.
That's when it opens. Yeah. But the priority notification guys get their ticket sales a day before the general public, which I think might be the day before. So very good. So you can go get yourself on that list and then you'll get the best possible ticket prices and you'll be guaranteed of a space, because our One Woman Conference sells out every time we do it. Sells out every single time we do it. Sells out very quickly. I think last year we were sold out for the in-person event. We sold out like in 48 hours or something insane. It was very, very fast. So make sure, if you're interested in growing your network, if you're interested in a transformational deep dive into our tools in a powerful and profound way from wherever you are in the world, that you get yourself on there. So what are you taking away from today, ladies? What are you taking away from today? Let me know in that comments section. Excuse me. Wow. Janet says, the new people I've connected with over the last year are part of my forward motion. I need more forward motion. So yay for the One Woman Conference. Yay for the OWC. Yes, 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 yes. Lovely. Good to hear, my darling. Good, good, good. All right, excellent. Well, sounds like we might be drawing to a natural close here, ladies. We might be drawing to a natural close. So here's what I want you to do. Over the next week, I want you to commit to one action that will deepen your support network. Whether that is reaching out and offering help to someone, reaching out and asking for help, developing a new friendship, reaching out in the B1 Global Community or the Hearth and developing a new local friendship. No matter what it is, take one step to deepen that this week. Take one step to deepen that this week. Yes, do that. Kathy, I can see, how much is One Woman Conference? I can't remember off the top of my head, but incredibly affordable, bearing in mind that it is a 2-day transformational retreat. Certainly less than our retreats that we sell. Our retreats we normally sell for £495. It's way less than that. I can't remember where we settled in the end for this particular event, but very, very affordable. Very, very affordable is what I want to say. Basically because we want to get these tools into the hands of over 1 million women, ladies. So we want to make sure it's something that almost everybody who wants to can say yes to it and find a way to make it doable for themselves. Come and do this deep dive amazing weekend with us and really go to that next level in terms of your, not only your community, but your own inner power as well. It's very, very powerful. Awesome. Lynn's takeaway for today: continuing to develop my support network. Thank you so much for today. You are very, very welcome, my darling. Good to hear from you. So I will see you next week for Lunch and Learn Live. Have I got a guest next week? I feel like, no, it's not next week. It is in a couple more weeks when I have a guest. But we will keep you posted about that. I'm going to be starting to bring some guests in the coming weeks, which is going to be lots and lots of fun. So I will look forward to seeing you on next week's Lunch and Learn Live right here on the Public One of Many Facebook page. Share it with your friends. Bring your friends along, and we would love to have you and all your buddies at the One Woman Conference this year in June. It's going to be amazing. See you later. Bye.